Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
What's going on, bro?
Bro,
Hey,
I
you know
have
some
been
people
peeping
going
what's
on.
going on, but Seth can. But
Did you not?
can
Did you
always
not
turn
see?
it around.
Did you not? Did you not see Brian
Can always
Breaker's
turn it around that way
reaction
if
to
they
Seth
want to.
Rollins? The
They
only
can
way
turn
they
it
do
around
that
that way
is
if they
if
want to.
hold on.
You
The
just,
only way they
bro, we know this.
Josiah, the only way they do that
We know
is if
this.
Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman kick Seth Rollins out of the group.
As a matter of fact, hold on. That's another thing too. You just said this about 2-3 weeks ago. You said you pitched. This is what you pitched. You and BZ, I'm sorry, BZ, if I'm making you laugh, I'm gladly happy to do so. Anyway, so Larry, you pitched this 2-3 weeks ago. Did you not just say that Jay Uso should defend that world title against Bronson Reed? Did you not just say that? Don't lie.
Bronson Reed? No, I said.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say Bronson Reed. I said Big.
Yes,
I said Braun Breaker.
You said when Bronson Reed
Braun
comes back.
Breaker.
You said
No.
Bronson. No, you didn't. You not. Oh my gosh, Larry. Okay, bro.
No,
You is the king of cap, bro. You are the master of cap.
No.
I should give you what's the thing they call
I
it?
did.
Tassel for reparation. I should give you a tassel for a cap across your head. That's the cap.
Hold on, Josiah.
You did not just say Bronson Reed. You never said that. You never said it. You stay captain, bro.
Because
no.
Easy.
You be lying, bro.
I said if we're talking good matches and threats for Jay, I said yeah, you can bring Big Bronson Reed back.
What you did?
I love to see him and Jay running back because they had a banger of a match last time they fought.
I don't.
But I said you can either do that or you can have Jay go against.
I might even talk about before.
Braun Breaker.
I might even talk about before Seth Rollins even had a group. You already pitched that. You said Bronson Reed could be a viable threat towards Jey Uso. I like to see them have a match because they can work together. This is what you said. You said Bronson Reed. You didn't say Bronson Reed. You said this. I'm telling you what you said, and you're denying.
I said both of those. I said championship match.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to see Braun Breaker and Jey Uso running back because they never got to have a proper feud. Then I said, when you said Jey Uso needs threats,
yes,
I said Big Bronson Reed could be a threat to him when he comes back. Because I would love to see them fight again because they had a banger of a match.
Thank you.
But that was before.
So what if
hold on.
I want you to go after the belt instead of me. I'm gonna be humble.
Seth Rollins doesn't want that.
This is what Seth
he
said
wants it himself.
I'm all about the future, right? He's all about the future, right?
If that was the case, he would have made that match between Jey Uso and Braun Breaker a championship match. But no, it was not a championship match. It was a play match.
He can even say this. He can, to confirm my point, he can even say, when you win that world title, I want you to give it to me.
They're not going to do that.
Because that world title belongs to us as stable, but for me to help carry and lead the future. This is all about the future, correct? Seth Rollins can do that. He can have either Bronson or Braun Breaker do his dirty work for him, and that's how he does it. And he can guard him. Jay is the ultimate underdog. That's how he is. They keep doing this thing with him over the weeks, where Gunther looks down on him, Logan Paul doesn't think he's fit for being world champion. You got Seth Rollins, who's already saying I'm the best bell in performer. They already portray him as that character already as it is. So if you got Jay facing some guy who's giving him a struggle, and he's faced with insurmountable odds, Braun Breaker is that. Bronson Reed is that. Period. Those guys are monsters. Killers.
Yes, sir.
And that makes sense.
All right. Let me see something. That does make sense, but those matches will only make sense if Seth Rollins wasn't in the equation. And Seth Rollins now is like Roman Reigns, if you remember what Sami Zayn said.
Right.
So he's not going to want Braun Breaker or Big Bronson Reed to get that title by themselves. He wants that title, and he's going to want them by the ring to jump his opponent so he wins the match. Just like what Roman did. So as far as Jay goes, it makes more sense for him and Seth to fight. Because Seth's going up in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Why not have Seth Rollins win Money in the Bank? And because there's going to be infighting with Solo and them. Seth Rollins is going to capitalize on all what's going on and win the Money in the Bank briefcase. And Seth Rollins is going to cash in for a match with Jey Uso at SummerSlam. Because where else would you have him cash in it? Then as far as
okay, now I'm getting back to making sense.
okay. Then as far as Roman goes, I told you we're gonna be disappointed because it was like this. It's like this. How can I say? You got this rare video game that only comes out, once in a few years. You feel me? It's like you could either. It's like this. So if you got the PS5 and what's the new Xbox that came out with the PS5?
What's the one?
Whatever that. The newest Xbox. Let's do it like that.
Is the 1S?
I think it's
yeah, 1S.
Yeah, it might be that.
Let's do it like that. It's like you can either pick a PS5 or the Xbox One X. And it was like this. We can either have Roman at WrestleMania or we can have him on SummerSlam. And they pick WrestleMania.
Okay.
Smart.
So we're gonna see them run it back again, 1-on-1. But it's most likely Josiah. Because I'm with you. I would love to see Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam. You get me?
Almost sound like times you did not. But go ahead.
It would have sounded like that, but I would have loved to see that if that was the case. I would have loved to see that.
Busy, by the way, I'm over here cheesing very hard because I know I'm ready for the smoke time, but go ahead. Go ahead, Larry. I'm listening.
I'm going off of what you said to me all the time. What makes sense and what's best for business.
Right.
And what was best for business is with Roman Reigns showing up to WrestleMania, which we all know Roman showing up to WrestleMania secured WrestleMania and being in Las Vegas.
Facts.
From now on. So that was more important for them to do that. So Roman, they don't really need Roman at this SummerSlam, even though it's about to be a 2-night event. They don't need him because he did his job. He secured a big deal for WrestleMania for WWE, which
Right.
has never happened in the whole of WrestleMania other than Saudi Arabia getting top
Right.
jewel. But no wrestler
Right.
secured that, you know what I mean, that deal.
Right.
Roman Reigns is the first wrestler in all of history to secure a big deal like that. And a big
Yeah.
and the most popular area, the most popular city.
in the
He
world.
secured that event.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna feed everybody. That's gonna make WrestleMania even bigger. Make people really want to go see WrestleMania
Of course.
even more.
Of course.
So he does not need to be at SummerSlam.
At all.
He's gonna be at SummerSlam, but he doesn't need to be in the match at SummerSlam.
So that that at the end that you go about protecting your investment with Roman Reigns.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I get that. I get that. I think for me the biggest thing I'm wrestling with is I know at some point he's not gonna be able to do this forever, right? And
Yeah.
so with that being said, and then on top of what you at the performance, it was one thing when John Cena was leaving away and going away to film movies and back-to-back movies, this and that, and third, and boom, 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 right? And we know about Roman's health. We know about the family. We know about him being a husband and having kids. We know about the stuff about regarding Roman. I just think
and he said he's only doing this for what two more years after next year.
Right.
Jay said the same thing.
Right.
So he's gonna be wrapping it up in 2029. He's probably gonna be wrapping it up, or 2028. One of those years, he's gonna be wrapping it up, calling it a quits.
For sure.
Along with Jay and Jimmy.
Yes, he should.
They all gonna walk out of the doors together. That's why they're doing this on a big scale that they're doing now, and putting all their family in and making sure everybody's secure, everybody's being put over. And with SummerSlam, they doing it because they building up to something bigger. You know what I mean, with Jay, and they're gonna give you that moment. They're gonna give you that moment that Rock did for Roman.
Okay.
Because they're not gonna let Rikishi come and do that for Jay. Because Rikishi's not on no deal like that, except for his wrestling school. But yeah, he comes in, and like I told you, he's gonna raise Jay's hand in the air and show you they really got past everything. They got past everything. You know what I mean? They finally making up. Roman's actually starting to you know what I mean, act like a baby face. We didn't get, they was gonna 9 times out of 10 they was gonna do this with Roman Reigns and Jay when Jay had the IC title. But you said it yourself, Josiah. They're gonna wait to something that really means something, which is Jay winning the world title. And I feel like they're gonna have that moment at WrestleMania, which is gonna secure their family even more, and which is gonna build up the stuff like I told you. Seth Rollins is gonna get when Roman Reigns pops up and it stops Seth Rollins from winning. Seth Rollins is I'm trying to tell you, Seth Rollins is gonna be so frustrated. If you see him frustrated, he's gonna be so frustrated and be so mad at Roman and Cena Punk that to where he's going into a warpath. and he's really
So
trying to put Roman and CM Punk down because they're constantly in his way.
what if, right? This is a what if. This is another what if. And Beasley, chime in on this if you want, right? What if WWE goes for next year's main event for WrestleMania, and this could be either night one, night two, however they want to go about it, right? What if Roman Reigns faces Jey Uso in the main event of WrestleMania for next year?
Whoa, how would you do that? How would you do that?
However they get there, it can work regardless. This is WWE. This is the company again that can make any and everything work, even if they don't say it always makes sense at times. They have done before.
WWE do their own work.
That's what I'm saying. Not everything has always worked. Sometimes it backfires on them, but they take gambles. They are willing to take gambles though.
That ain't gonna work.
Hey, unless they pull a trigger and have Jay switch over to Team Rock.
No, you ain't got to make it too like a. You can make it personal, but you even got to bring it. You ain't got to bring the bloodline or Rock or whoever else is involved with it. It can just be between Roman and Jay.
That ain't
You
possible.
can further that.
Would that be after this Mania?
There has to be.
No, I'm saying for next year's Mania.
Never. That's crazy.
Next year's Mania.
They ain't doing that. Yeah. No about that one.
Because you not putting it.
Heck no, I ain't doing that. I don't know.
Beat up. They always came out there and helped Roman, but Roman never did the same.
So you can tell that story.
Because he always felt like he's the biggest person. He still felt like that. He still had their ego.
That's easy. That's right there.
And
That don't mean
the best way to
match though.
Huh?
I don't think they should have a match
the
though.
best way to show Jay. No, it shouldn't be a match. The best way to show Jay, all right, we're family. We're over everything. We put all that in the past. Is how Roman showed, because Roman already acknowledged Jimmy. He never did the same for Jay.
Yeah, he never been in that situation. When Jimmy
No.
came and helped him, against what was that? He came and helped him the
I
other
like
time
that.
in Roman, because when Roman was surprised when Jimmy came back under that hood and he had the day one shirt on.
Right.
That was him. That was him and Roman's moment.
So okay, going further. So what if the match is
And
about?
when Roman came back to the what was it, SmackDown, he
Yeah,
had the whole crowd and everybody acknowledged Jimmy. He
yeah.
never did that for Jay.
Never had opportunity.
So
So
what is the way to get?
by
Go
him
ahead.
by him coming to Jay's rescue at SummerSlam and helping Jay secure that title and raising Jay's hand in the air, and you can have Roman get the microphone and tell the whole crowd and get the whole crowd losing their mind and tell them to acknowledge Jay.
I think a better payoff. I got a better payoff to that.
What's the better payoff?
The better payoff would be for them to have their match. And
No,
so and here's how I
no.
got. No, here's no.
They
Here's
already
how
fought
it
twice.
makes sense.
What's the
No,
point?
Actually,
here's
more than
how it makes
twice.
sense.
God.
Listen. No, listen right quick. Before you go, no, this don't make sense. Boom, boom, Josiah, you tripping, blah, 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 blah. Remember, in the early bloodline stages, when Roman Reigns was trying to build and assemble his whole entire team, the first person he came after was Jay, right? and he got him a
Mm-hmm.
ball in line at the time we're on. They had 2 matches. Matter of fact, sorry, they've had 3 matches, and each match Roman has won. Roman won the first time on his own. He used Jimmy the second time, and then he had Solo and Jimmy technically beat Jay. What if you was to have it a square, fair, one-on-one match, cousin versus cousin, and
No,
Jay finally gets that victory over towards Roman, and
no.
Roman in the way goes, now I give you even more of my respect because not only did you beat me, now I can go as far as to acknowledge you, and it's not, and then that's pretty much an endorsement, not a
Every,
testament, but an endorsement.
No.
every,
Hold on. And
if
and
they
to
do
your
that,
point, Larry,
if they do,
you said, hold on, Larry. And you said to your point about how he grabs the crowd and he has a microphone in his hand, and he can pretty much tell the crowd to acknowledge Jay, boom, 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 which the crowd has already done. But you get the point. Like, he could do that for him. And basically, say things like, "Your tribe achieved," whatever like that, yada yada. You can do that as well.
You making it
But I'm
seem
saying that would do one for Jay because Jay has never beaten Roman.
but you making it seem like Jey Uso needs that from Roman Reigns in order to get over. He's already over. He don't need nothing from Roman.
yeah,
He don't need
yeah,
No,
and
no, 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 no. I'm not saying
and
about over. I'm talking
hold on.
I'm talking about paying off. I'm talking about
I
paying off
already
the
told
storyline,
you,
the storytelling.
I already explained it to you that Jay couldn't be a tribal chief. He's not in that line.
Yeah,
His
not even
branch of the
about
family
that.
is not in that line,
It don't necessarily got to be about that either,
so
though.
it wouldn't make sense.
Yes, they
It
do.
don't necessarily be about
Just
that
like
either.
Bro, nobody wants
it
to see
wouldn't make
Jey
sense. Just like
Uso versus Roman Reigns just straight up. Nobody wants to see that. Like, why? Everybody gonna be like, why is the family fighting again? Like, what is the reason? Don't nobody care about that. Unless Jay go here. If Jay go here, it makes sense. If he don't,
You
it don't.
you don't gotta you don't gotta even make it to where. Here's my point. I'm trying to get is you don't gotta necessarily make it to where it's good guy even bad guy. This and that. Third. It's just cousin to cousin. This and that. Third. Roman Reigns can say, "I want to." See. Roman Reigns can say something along the lines of going like, "I want to see it for myself if you really about there." But he can question it furthermore if he wants to in his headspace
then
of where he feels he
if
don't
they
see
do
Jay
that,
Uso yet.
Hmm.
Besides of
if
all
they
the
do that,
fanfare, all the yeast, all the other stuff, he could say that if he wants to go into that route. If they go
if they
there.
do that, if they
Mhm.
do that, the whole thing with Seth Rollins and the whole thing with Rock has to be
Dead.
over and done with.
It's dead.
Right. That part.
They can
That's what
never
I'm saying.
return.
I'm saying further down the line
So
as time goes on. Yeah.
so Jay will have to hold his title longer than what Cody did.
Ooh. In that route?
Unless you have Jay lose the title and win it back.
BZ, would you
It
book that? Or
wouldn't make
what?
sense in this time frame.
Booking that. I don't want to see Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, bro. I don't think it's necessary.
No, I'm saying
If
it's
Roman
him
Reigns,
being a
if,
reign champion.
oh yeah, I mean, if that's what they want to do, I mean, that's gonna look crazy on Cody since they have Cody so high on pedestal. Because if they had Cody so high on the pedestal, but Jey Uso hold the belt
Hmm.
longer, then 10 times out of 10, why did Cody Rhodes win Wrestler of the Year? Any of those times. If that's the case, Jey Uso needs to win Wrestler of the Year for like the next 2 years to eliminate Cody
Yep.
because it don't really make sense for Cody Rhodes to be Wrestler of the Year, but let Jey Uso hold it longer than you. It just don't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how it works. But
I
that's
can
just
point out
me.
multiple reasons as to probably why they did with Cody, but regardless, it still won't make sense. Like, it still wouldn't necessarily make like the fullest of sense to where you can be like, okay, I get that. But
Right.
I think it's based off of
But
again, I think it's based off of how they booked Cody, how they had Cody. Like, I mean, you saw the record. He only lost in what 3 matches?
hmm
Cody only lost 3 matches, and he won 97 for the most of them. So it's probably that record. It's probably what gave him Wrestler of the Year as well. while he was Russian on top of that too.
Mm.
Um, so that's perhaps the reason why they gave him wrestler of the year. Like you got to base it off of probably that, and then with Jay this year, let me see. Jay's record was I can't really pinpoint how many matches Jay has had this year
That's,
or how many wins or losses he probably had. They probably count that. That's probably how they
I
count
don't know what's
that as
going on
far
with
as him
that.
winning wrestler of the year. You said what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying like that's part of what they did with that one.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's probably how they did
oh
it.
man, I don't know. I mean, they already showed the importance of Roman Reigns.
When I
This
say Jay versus Roman, I'm
he
basically saying BG by way. I'm basically saying how you pay off
and
the
he was like,
importance
yo,
of the
he
matches
was like,
when
thank
you
you so
put that.
much, thank you so much. I'm saying like, come on, Frank, don't play around. Yeah, he's scared.
Oh, you talking somebody?
He's scared, bro. Yeah, but no, what I'm saying, no, no, I'm saying
Uh-huh.
you could tell what the WWE and how the WWE respects. I mean, is banking on Roman Reigns because they let Cody
Uh-huh.
Rhodes come back first.
Right.
And if people was paying attention, you had to, Cody Rhodes acknowledge Jey Uso as his champion.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, people was probably expecting Roman to come back because Cody came back.
That's fair.
Yeah, but no.
No,
Uh,
I was the part of what I said about the Jay versus Roman matches is I'm also thinking from the standpoint of the trilogy of matches that they have had
mhm.
and that part being
Oh,
paid off somehow
oh no.
is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
get at.
what I'm saying about that is,
That's why I said Jey Uso faced Roman and he beats Roman ultimately, so that you can be like, okay, he's moved past Roman and now he's going for it, like doing his own thing because Roman has already had his time. That's what I'm
but
trying to
my
get at.
thing, but this is what I'm saying. My thing is this: if Roman
Uh huh.
Reigns if Jey Uso beats Roman Reigns, that's different from when Cody Rhodes did it because of the fact that Roman beat him 3 times. So if he beat him 1 time, it don't matter. You're still 1-3. That's not good enough. That's
That's
not passing
true.
the court. Cody Rhodes
That's
beat
so
Brock
true.
Lesnar
I
more
That's
than
mean,
true.
I
Brock Lesnar
mean,
beat Cody
I
Rhodes.
mean, I mean, Jay still has a lot over Roman because Jay was the first person to pin Roman
Well,
in
he
what
kind of pinned
2 years.
him in that tag match. I forgot about that, but go ahead, Larry.
You
Yeah,
said
that
what?
still count. Yeah, that still
He
count.
did pin him in that tag
Oh
That
match.
still
yeah, when he
count.
picked him in that tag match. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Uso versus Roman
Yeah,
Solo.
yeah. You
that's the.
can't water that down.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we're talking if we're talking matches, Jay already has 2 wins over Roman.
I mean, one on ones though. Even though we do count the tag team, the one on ones.
Yeah, he just haven't won any one-on-ones. But if we're talking all matches, Jay's beat Roman twice.
Hmm.
But what? But this is what I'm saying. If you had somebody,
Cause
this is
he, cause
like for
he beat
example.
Roman when Roman was with the Shield, and
Oh, see,
then he beat Roman
I
again
remember that.
when
That's
Roman was
different.
Tribal Chief.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, when he was with the Shield.
So he beat Roman Reigns. And he beat Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns was was like the Solo Sokoa in the group,
Yeah,
the quiet one.
that makes sense.
When the
Yeah.
Usos went against the Shield,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I give you that.
Right. From that standpoint, I'm telling you, but
I give you
yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
I give you that.
That's true.
But what I'm saying
I'll
is,
give you that, Larry. I'll give you
I'm
that.
one
I'll
of
give you
I'm
that.
what I'm saying is like let's say it's a triple threat and it's Roman, Brock Lesnar, and Jey Uso, and Brock Lesnar
Oh, that's
F5 Roman like 20 times, and Jey Uso pushed Brock out the way and pinned him. He ain't beat Roman. Brock did. He just pinned him.
yeah.
That's why I keep saying one on ones because if you're not the only one damaging the dude, we can't give you all the credit just because you won.
Jay could have beat Roman.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Twice.
definitely. I agree with that. All the matches was lit, and like I said, even though Roman is my goat, he has cheated in dang near all his joints. So I agree.
which is why I say a fair, straight one on one.
Ain't necessary,
Because now they both have evolved as good guys. They don't need to go back to being bad no more.
but it ain't necessary though. Nobody needs to see that. Like that doesn't. This is what I'm saying. If we see Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and if Jey Uso wins, what does that do? What does it do? We still waiting for the Rock.
I don't even do nothing.
We still waiting for Roman Reigns to beat the Rock. But if he beats the Rock, what does that do? It don't do nothing. It's just a match we just wanted to see
Yeah,
because of the
that,
family. So I'm just like,
bro,
nah, don't make sense.
Well,
that
okay. Think of it like
that
this.
take
Hold
that
on,
take
hold on,
that
hold
take.
on.
So, bro,
Think of it like this. Think of it like this. Think of it like this.
yo, did you see that,
Before Roman,
bro?
who
And
was
what's
the
your
most
call came
popular?
up
Who was the
driving
most
call?
popular?
Him and the girl and the
Huh?
woman. Yo, go
Huh?
ahead.
Who was the most popular bloodline member? Remember, I'm not even talking about like the bloodline even existing right now. So I'm talking about like who was the most popular.
What's up, man? It's your boy Real Riley, host and content creator of the It's Been Real podcast. So look, you guys can find me, listen to the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any platform, right? And there are ways that you can support. Number one, if you want to send any amount of donation that you desire to, you can send it on Cash App. We made it simple at $ It's Been Real. That's $ITSBEENRELL. I had to make sure I spelled it right. But look, here's my favorite way for you guys to support, right? Go to my Instagram page and Real Riley, right? That's my name on Instagram. Follow your boy first, because that's just disrespectful if you don't. Follow your boy, like some posts, right? I ain't gonna think that you're weird, but hit the link in my bio. When you do that, you're gonna go to the Rail store. Now, when you go to the Rail store, you're gonna see some phenomenal things, right? Hey, we got some coffee. We got coffee mugs to go with your coffee. We got t-shirts, anything that you can think of, man, just to show your support for the It's Been Real podcast. So once again, I'm Real Riley. Thank you for your time, and follow those instructions, or we not cool. I love you. Have a good one.
Hello, my name is Laurie Stamps, and I'm the author of the books entitled Rejected Yet Loved, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2. Can you imagine going through your wedding ceremony, having your reception, and all is going well, and you wake up the next morning and the person you thought you married was not the person you married? That's exactly what happened to Jacob in the book of Genesis, chapter number 29. He was in love with Rachel and thought he married Rachel, but it ended up marrying her sister, Leah. So you know he was going crazy, but how do you think Leah felt? So volume 1 talks a lot about rejection, of how Leah went through rejection and how she overcame it. And it talks about my story of being rejected. And then volumes 2 goes a deep further into rejection. So check out Rejected Yet Loved on Amazon. Make great Christmas gifts. Not only am I an author, but I also have a financial business where I show people how to make and save money. I show people that you don't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. There's so many people that hate their jobs. I show people there's a better way. I show people how to establish their own business, how to have a budget, how to get out of credit card debt, how to prepare for your financial future, for your retirement. Are you ready to retire? Are you going to have money when it comes to retirement? I show people how to leave a legacy for their children's children. I would love to have a one-on-one free consultation with you and see how I can help you financially. Contact me at lauriestampsbiz@gmail.com. That's LauriStampsBiz@gmail.com. I would love to sit with you and prepare for you to have a great financial future. God bless you.
Yo, y'all gotta come see this. Oh, this looks crazy. So what is this called right here?
That's the fry bowl. It's like,
So it got fries, chicken,
exactly.
and the sausage on top.
Yep.
Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, if y'all ain't made it out here in the city yet, y'all gotta come here. Y'all gotta come check my mans out. We out here whipping it up. They out here getting it crazy.
Play with my heart like motherfucker miss me. I lose my mind, got me going up the Hennessy. Yeah, fast forward to rewind. Fast forward to rewind. Gotta run out of time.
Shorty said she miss me, now she wanna kiss me. Playing with my phone now she wanna diss me. She threw me all around like she playing with a frisbee. Like Doomsday, she marvel at my presence like I'm Disney. Swoope, please pass me the Henny, but I don't drink though. She's telling me she changed if I buy her a furry mink coat. She using me for money, I got it, but that ain't it, bro. No, not me, I know I want better. She tryna bring me down, bro, but I won't let her. She got a commando, but she can't see or hear like Helen Keller. Ella.
Shorty said she miss me.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you oughta go. Baby, you show it, that's for real. To me. And I can't keep it low-key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load